This is Sean Hagen's commemorative speech. Here we got our audience. We got Ryan, Kate and JP on FaceTime right there. We got Casey. We got Brenna down there. We also got Hamilton. He's a special guest. All right. So, remembering Harambe. It all started May 28th, 2016, when a 3-year-old boy fell into the gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo due to poor supervision by his so-called parents. This started one of the worst days of our time alive as human beings, the day that would ultimately cost Harambe the gorilla his life. Harambe will always be remembered in our hearts for being the kind-hearted and quick-witted individual he was. Harambe will always have an everlasting impact on our society like we have never seen before, and for that we thank him. Do you know anyone or anything that could bring the entire internet, yes, the whole entire World Wide Web, together like Harambe did? No. Everyone was on Harambe's side of his so wrongful slaughtering. No one, absolutely no one, agreed on the circumstances in which he was killed. Petitions were started and signed by hundreds of thousands of people. Websites were created and endorsed by celebrities such as Donald Trump, Kate McPhee, and Ricky Gervais, to name a few, according to People.com. Heck, Harambe even got 15,000 votes to be president in 2016, according to Snopes.com. Harambe was widely loved for being the victim of a horrible act against the animal kingdom. Harambe was murdered because he was only acting as a loving parent to the young boy who fell into his own enclosure. It just doesn't make sense. For being a better parent than the ones who let him fall in there in the first place, this makes no sense to me or millions of other people. Watch the video of when the young boy fell in the enclosure for yourself and see what I mean. Harambe was harmlessly showing the young lad a tour of his crib and meant no harm. The fact Harambe was killed for these actions was just ridiculous, and it brought millions of people together in search for answers, reasoning, and ultimately justice. Harambe sparked a movement that made people realize that animals have feelings just as you and I do. As I stated previously, Harambe was loved by millions, and when millions of people love you, you're going to draw some awareness to who you are and what you stood for. Harambe made society rethink the idea of zoos, treating animals, and made people open their eyes to the poor treatment these captive animals were being treated with, and made the captive treatment of these animals much better, and made them be treated with much more respect than what they had previously been. Harambe brought the issue of animal cruelty to light and all the mistreatment going on in zoos in captive creatures, and made us respect even more the chances we have to see these creatures from around the globe in zoos all around our hometowns. Thank you for that, Harambe. Harambe's impact is still felt today through his memory and the memes he provided us. Harambe was a true trailblazer when it came to his memes. Everyone loved them. Just look at them. Harambe knew the boy's parents were the ones in the wrong, not him. Harambe will always be remembered as the caring, self-aware individual he was, and we will never forget the impact he had on the world he left all too soon. In the end, as we still continue to mourn to this day, we realize that Harambe would not have wanted it this way. He would have wanted us to rather see his wrongful death as a teaching and learning experience, a stepping stone in our life. He wants the world to remember him as a teacher who taught us how to come together for a cause we all supported and display that, hey, we all can get along as humans. Not everything has to be a disagreement or argument like so many of us once thought. Harambe taught us all a valuable lesson, a lesson to look at the good in anything and everything and never to take our lives for granted. Always live life to the fullest and do it with a smile on your face. And for that, we say one more time, thank you, Harambe.
Thank you, Harambe.
Thank you.